Heyo, welcome to another episode of Sports Talk. I'm Mirza here with my brother Mustafa. It is playoff time, and that is NHL playoff times. Cannot wait. Wow. The Leafs finishing on top.
Second in the East.
On top of their division, though.
Yeah.
On top of their division. Never said top of the league, never said top of the East. Top of their division. This is the best Leafs team, I think, going into the playoffs in a long time. And fitting enough, it's the Battle of Ontario again. The last time we played Ottawa Senators, it was 2004.
Yeah.
In the last series we had against the Senators. The Battle of Ontario is back. I remember the battle with Matt Sundin and Daniel Alfredson being captains. Whole new generation of players, same intensity. Leafs are gonna. I think Leafs are gonna take this series for sure. Leafs in 4, not even 5. It's a sweep. Bring out the brooms. Senators, they're not gonna even win a game.
No, I don't think Leafs in 4, but of course I go for Toronto Maple Leafs as growing up in Toronto. I'll go Leafs 4-2 series. Leafs in 6. So the next matchup.
What were the series in the... come on, man. You gotta...
break it down a bit. So I will break down this and then we'll do it mainly just picks for the other matchups.
Yeah.
Because who wants to listen to 30 minutes of someone talking about hockey or something? You know what I'm saying? You gotta do what the viewers want. Viewers want the picks so they can bet on it. That's
There you go.
Viewers want the picks. No, that's why people like the shorts and TikTok clips. They just want to hear it straight to the point.
Alright, nobody wants to hear you explain this. So
Alright,
to what you were going to say.
Don't ever cut me off. You said the sweep. Sanders are 3-0 against the Leafs this year.
Yeah,
3-0.
You got to not take into regular season game. Okay, who was injured, who was not injured, who played, what happened, how are the games. It's too much. It's too much to go into the, I don't consider just because you didn't do well against somebody in any sport in the regular season that you're not going to beat them in the playoffs. It's a whole, and NHL is hockey is a whole different game in the playoffs. The amount of intensity, the amount of physicality, the increase in physicality, it turns the playoffs into a whole new ball game.
The Leafs in the last decade win one playoff series or something, or last 20 years?
Yeah.
Last 20 years or something, they won one playoff series.
Okay.
It's not a guaranteed Leafs pass the first round.
They're going to beat Senators, though.
Leafs might not pass the first round against anyone.
Oh, my God.
Maybe not in an OHL
You don't
team.
believe. That's the problem. You're not believing.
You can't. As a Leafs fan, we've been let down year after year after year. Now we have to question the Leafs no matter who they play. They could play the Toronto Marlies, I'll question them.
I don't know, man. I'm going to go with Leafs in 4. I think it's going to be a sweep. I don't think the Senators have the firepower to beat out Matthews, Marner, Nylander. We got a great goaltending going this year. I think this is their chance. I think this year, I dare say it, I think this year the Leafs are winning the Stanley Cup.
He's already jinxed it. The Leafs are collapsing. But hopefully they win. I would love to see it. Of course, I'm going for Toronto Maple Leafs. Battle of Ontario is going to be great.
Let's move on to the next one, the Battle of Florida. The Battle of Florida. We got Tampa Bay Lightning versus the Florida Panthers. I think the Panthers are winning this series. I don't know in what.
I'm going Tampa just based on because I like Tampa Bay's team better. I prefer Tampa winning, Kucherov, most points in the league.
Yeah,
I'm going for...
He's always most points in the league.
I'm going to Tampa 4-2. Next one, the East leading Capitals versus Montreal Canadiens.
I think. Hold on.
I'm going Capitals.
You're going. I think the entire NHL fan base is rooting for the Capitals right now. Unless you're a diehard Montreal Canadiens fan, everyone wants to see Ovechkin do good.
4-1 Capitals.
Everyone wants to see Ovechkin do good, especially after he broke Gretzky's goal scoring record. We did a podcast on that earlier, so please tune into that if you haven't. But yeah. Everyone's going for Washington, and I am too, and I think they're going to take it in 6.
In 6, all right. Carolina versus New Jersey. Carolina got this 4-2, max.
Actually, this one I don't know who's going to win. I think this is going to be a pretty tough series. I don't think it's that easy for Carolina to beat the Devils. The Devils got a solid team around them, and I think this can go to Game 7. That's what I'm thinking.
I don't think so. The Devils finished 7th in the East, and Carolina finished 4th in the overall East standing.
I understand that, but it's not like the NBA, you know, where like the top team just sweeps through the bottom team because they're all stacked with players. This is the NHL. Any bottom team, 8th place, 7th place, always stands a good chance to win. And I think the Devils I think the Devils are going to win this series, but again, I don't know. I can't say that for sure. But this is going to be a nail-biting series.
If you want to lose money, you choose this pick. If you want to win money, choose
Choose
mine.
the Devils. If they're going to have better odds.
Let's move on to the Western Conference. Jets, Winnipeg Jets versus St. Louis Blues.
Oh, that's a tough one.
I'm going Winnipeg Jets. Hallebeck, or am I saying his name right?
Hellebuck.
Best goalie in the league.
Yeah.
Almost leading in every major statistical category.
Yeah, for
Best
sure.
goalie in the league. And I think they're going to take it. I'm thinking Game 7 though on this one. I'm thinking Game 7 on this one.
I think it's going to be Game 7 too. The St. Louis Blues are a tough team. I don't think the...
Even though they finished 8th, they're playing the best team, the first place versus the 8th place,
No.
essentially. But I do think St. Louis can surprise a bunch of thing. I might take it 4-2. Let's not push it to Game 7.
Hold on, no. That's what I just discussed earlier. Just in the NHL, the 8th place team is not guaranteed to get lose like the NBA kind of is. You know? So I think it's going to be, again, a very tough series for the Winnipeg Jets to win.
Winnipeg was the league leader.
Yeah, I agree.
In the whole league.
No, I agree. Winnipeg is the great team. The best Winnipeg team to come into the playoffs. Yeah, this is it. This is the Jets team. Just like we're saying the Leafs can win the Stanley Cup this year, the Winnipeg Jets have the best chance to win this year as well. But you never count out St. Louis Blues.
All right,
They've been playing really well this year.
Let's move on to Dallas Stars versus Colorado. I can't doubt Nathan McKinnon and Cale Makar. So I'm always going to roll with them. 4-2.
Yeah, I'm going Avalanche 4-1. I'm going to Avalanche 4-1. I can't go against Nathan McKinnon. He's proven himself every season since he's been in the league. One of the best players ever. And just based on that, I'm going to go with Avalanche.
Golden Knights finished second in the entire league in points. Second in the entire league. My mistake. Third in the entire league.
Yeah.
Capitals were 1 point ahead of them with 111, and Golden Knights finished with 110 points. Third in the entire league. That's what Golden Knights finished. While Leafs were fourth in the entire league. But yeah, Golden Knights are going to beat Minnesota. Let's be real.
Yeah, I think Golden Knights are going to take it too. I think they're going to beat the Minnesota Wild. I don't think the Wild have complete team like the Vegas Knights do, and I think because of that, the Knights are going to end up taking this series. I don't know in what, but I think they're going to take the series.
I'm going to sweep.
Okay.
I'm going to sweep.
Bring out the brooms.
And the LA Kings versus the Edmonton Oilers. Honestly, two teams that are going nowhere, in my opinion. even though the Oilers made the Stanley Cup last year.
Yeah.
But I think it's... But can you doubt Connor McDavid?
I'm going with the Edmonton Oilers all day, every day. Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl every day. I'm never going against them. I don't think they're going to win the Stanley Cup for sure, but I think they're going to beat the Kings. That's just my opinion. But tune in. Honestly,
but the Kings were much higher than them in the stand. The Kings finished not much higher. The Kings finished fourth in the West with 105 points, while the Edmonton Oilers finished sixth with 101 points.
Yeah.
So Kings have a solid team. It's just I don't think they can do it anymore. I think their glory days are gone.
Yeah, and I think, like I said, the firepower. Firepower is too much, and Connor McDavid is by far the best player in the NHL.
You know, I'm gonna go with Kings in 6. Actually, Kings in 7. I do go for the Oilers. As you may know, my favorite player is Connor McDavid, or he's probably tied as my favorite player. But Connor McDavid, I do think he's the first or second best player in the league, and it's hard to doubt him. But I'm gonna take the Kings as a better overall team.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Oilers. I think the Oilers are going to take this within 5 games. I think it's going to be 4-1.
Oh, yeah.
No, I might go to Game 7. I'm not sure. But I think the Oilers are going to take this. But, yeah, those are our picks. Let us know what you guys think. I'm going to end this off with Go Leafs Go. And my favorite player is Mitch Marner in the league right now. And I think Mitch is going to bring it home with Matthews. Thank you for listening.